Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar. Un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos malos buenos y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. Yo vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work, se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work, yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes.
All right, everybody. I'm the 1 and 2 for you. This is DJ Torch. Let's break it down like this.
Millions watched her get ambushed on camera.
Okay, let's watch this right here. I'd like to welcome everybody, first of all. Ellen Ripley, welcome. Why Seeking Knowledge, welcome. New Diamond, welcome. In fact, you know something? Let's get it going. Yeah. Let me get that going. Okay, so anyway, I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Here we go. We have Ellen Ripley, Why Seeking Knowledge, New Diamond, Mistress Newbie, all in the house, and all the people coming in from the clouds. You know, okay, BC. All right, that's how it's done. Let me turn that off. This is a situation here. I want to had a brief conversation with a very talented, whom I think is at least talented, YouTuber, and we had a short discussion about something, but let me break it down like this. Here we go. Here's the intro. Here we go.
Millions watched her get ambushed on camera.
I really think that they were trying to kill me.
These would-be robbers in Atlanta thought that they had the right one, but little did the alleged criminals know their victims were packing.
The gun is the equalizer. You got two women walking in a stairwell case, and little do they know.
Okay, Pretty much, I just wanted to kick that one in there for a minute. And then I want to go to this right here. This is brought to you by Real Talk by Yenny. And there's something I need to at least comment on. Here we go.
What are we doing is the question for real. 2023 has been a sad year for the ladies. They've been taking L's all year long, and they going out with a finale. You got Krishan out here, somebody who can't even make 3 complete sentences, being pregnant and being somebody's mama. You got her fighting with Blueface, other baby mama, over a Blueface. You got Monica getting her heart broken by a man in prison. You got Summer Walker possibly being pregnant by Lil Meech, being a mother of 4 under 30 by 3 different men. You got Watch Jazzy online bragging about being pregnant by Cam Newton. Meanwhile, Cam Newton on his podcast bragging about how she was packing his bags and rubbing his back to get him through all of that cheating that he was doing on her.
Damn, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Here we go.
That she stuck through. You got grown women like Tamar and Tommy online fighting over men. You got all of these IG models who keep popping up with these married women's husbands. You got Cardi announcing that she's single because Offset is continuing to embarrass her. You got all of these socialites dropping these long dissertations about divorces that they about to have from husbands because the husband won't stop embarrassing, cheating on them. You got Ashanti who waited 43 years just to end up still being somebody's baby mama. You got Keke Palmer and her toxic situation between her and her baby daddy. You got Sexy Red out here pregnant by God knows who, but may possibly be the man who leaked the sex tape of her. You got light-skinned Keisha who used to do all of that talking just to end up being a baby mama to a man who barely be seeing his kid. Truly, it has just been an embarrassing year for the ladies. 2024, I truly hope the girls tighten up, because by this point, they ain't doing nothing but sharing men, getting pregnant by the same men, and we having to have family trees explaining the breakdown of who babies belong to who. Extremely embarrassing. Tighten up.
That's a good and that's a good message. That's a good message, and that's a good point. But the thing is that I agree with the fact that I guess you can say the ladies need to tighten up. I couldn't disagree with that. The only problem is that all of those women, okay, were with men. All of those women were with men. All of those women were with black men. Some of those men happen to be what you would call so-called high value. So I would like everybody in the chat, if you could put down what you think these women should be tightening up with, because there's actually a different thing in here too. And Yanni thought I was talking about, I don't know, some gender war stuff. I'm like, wait, this isn't gender war. This is just fact. My thing is this. I agree with the whole message. But if black women are taking an L, black men are taking a big L. A much larger L. Now, if you just want to just keep it strictly about women, yeah, this is not a good look. But there are some things that you need to know. I mean, I agree. You still should have what should we call it? You should still want to improve or do better. But if black women were getting, let's say you were saying that the black women taking an L and that L equals out to, like, let's say a D. Then what are the men getting? There is not one metric, one positive metric that in this year black men are doing better in. Not one metric. If anybody knows of a metric a community metric that black men are doing better than black women, please put it in the chat. Do that for me. And Millie, I agree with you. Welcome, by the way, Millie. Millie, I don't think it's going to improve either. I really, quite honestly, it's the same it's the same every year to me. It's just different people. The one thing that we need to look into is that, number one, all of these women thought they were with a boyfriend. So that's a start. And what I mean is this, is that a lot of people want to say, oh yeah, women are just going out with guys they don't even know and all this kind of stuff. Look at, as bad as you might think Krishan's situation is, the one thing she did try to do is stay with her dude. And you can, as much as you can, look at Krishan and go, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Feel embarrassed about Krishan. I feel worse about Blueface. He's supposed to be on my team, acting like with his narc self. I'm going to be blunt. Krishan's just dingy. She's just dingy. She truly does need a man that cares about her, not himself. Welcome, Brina. That cares about her, not himself. Okay. And because she needs that type of protection. She is not the sharpest. She just isn't the sharpest, knife in the cupboard. She just not. And she will never be. She will never be. So you can't really put everything on her. She is who she is. Men are supposed to protect women like her. And in return, you get loyalty. Blueface didn't want anything of that. He didn't even want the kid. He used her up. So for every L a black woman takes this year, black men are taking 3. Okay. And the problem is that let's say black women straightened up perfectly. Do you really believe that the community would change? I mean, think about it. Do you really believe the community would change? No, because right now, for better or for worse, it's run and controlled by black men. It is. They want to say, oh, the government is controlling it. No, black women control. No. If you want to say Krishan Rock and Kiki and all those ladies that allowed lower level black men to control them are a part of the community that and the example of black women taking L's, it's because the black men are taking the L's. The black women are just sinking with the ship. Do you know who's not taking L's though? When you think about it, black women that are perfectly single. Think about it. Think about how many less incidents there are with black women that are just perfectly single. Black women are taking L's with black men, not by themselves. Let me drop the link just in case somebody wants to debate about this, because I think this is a very important thing. See, yeah, Yanni was right. She's right. Black women are taking L's. But it's more like black men and black women are taking L's. Do I agree with the young lady having Nelly's baby? Absolutely not, especially with Nelly's history. Shit, he could have married her 3 times by now, 4. But I will give her this much. Look, she is in her 40s. She ain't got no time. If there's any reason to have a kid and maybe not in wedlock, though you might prefer, is that you know that your time to have a child, though there are some that do have them in their 50s, but you know that's cutting it close. Everybody else, yeah, there's a problem. But I mean, look at it. I think the only woman who had a child legitimately that I know of was Ciara. And they were trying to say that she was in this, that she was from the streets or something. Ain't that ironic? Let me play this one more time. Here we go.
What are we doing is the question for real. 2023 has been a sad year for the ladies. They've been taking L's all year long, and they going out with a finale. You got Krishan out here, somebody who can't even make 3 complete sentences, being pregnant and being somebody's mama. You got
Let's pause it there. Krishan and Blue, remember, they were in a relationship together. Let's keep it going. Krishan and Blue. So it's not just Krishan, it's Blue.
her fighting with Blueface other baby mama over a Blueface. You got Monica getting her heart broken by a man in prison. You got Summer Walker possibly being pregnant by Lil Meech, being a mother of 4 under 30 by 3 different men. You got Watch Jazzy online bragging about being pregnant by Cam Newton. Meanwhile, Cam Newton on his podcast bragging about how she was packing his bags and rubbing his back to get him through all of that cheating that he.
Yeah, that's all bad. And Cam, I thought Cam was cool. I thought he really did. I really was a fan of his. I wish he actually played for the Niners, but he's got that no.
He was doing on her that she stuck through. You got grown women like Tamar and Tommy online fighting over men. You got all of these IG models who keep popping up with these married women's husbands. You got Cardi announcing that she's single because Offset is continuing to embarrass her. You got
Cardi and Offset, they were a relationship. What is it other than the black women? What's the common denominator?
All of these socialites dropping these long dissertations about divorces that they about to have from husbands because the husband won't stop embarrassing, cheating on them. You got Ashanti who waited 43 years just to end up still being somebody's baby mama. You got Keke Palmer and her toxic situation between her and her baby daddy. You got Sexy Red out here.
Keke Palmer, Sexy Red, they were with their man, their boyfriends. They're taking L's, yes, but the men helped them. Let me put it that way. The men helped.
Pregnant by God knows who, but may possibly be the man who leaked the sex tape of her. You got light-skinned Keisha who used to do all of that talking just to end up being a baby mama to a man who barely be seeing his kid. Truly, it has just been an embarrassing year for the ladies. 2024, I truly hope the girls tighten up.
Oh, yeah, and we can't forget about, Meg Thee Stallion. What's the common denominator? They gave a brother a chance. Everything she mentioned, this young lady here, who is very talented, by the way, along with Yanni, everyone she mentioned gave a brother a chance. So I'm going to give you the formula on how black women can win. Don't give a brother a chance. If he's not with it, he's not with it. Don't say, oh, well, he's got potential. Oh, well, he's full, whatever you ladies say, whatever. Don't. That. Oh, you making me go through hoops. Make him go through hoops. Make them go through hoops. That's traditional. These dudes are always asking for traditional women, right? You know what traditional women do? They make men go through hoops. You know, look at this dude right here. Look at this dude right here. Watch this. This is my favorite clip of the week. Here we go. My favorite clip. Look at that. My favorite clip. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Favorite clip. You think, ladies, you think you're taking L's. Holy moly. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. High value women can't be appreciated. When I found out Jay-Z and Eric Benet cheated, I lost hope then. Boom. Bars. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What do I want to do? Oh. Let's go over Draymond.
Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors has been suspended for a flagrant foul indefinitely
Yes, that's Jonathan Majors running.
by the NBA. You know what that means.
From his
It means
girlfriend,
he's going
yes.
to lose
Millions.
of dollars for these missed games. Let's talk about it. My name is A.B. Ridgeway. I'm the host of Financial Advisors Say the Darndest Things in My Mom's favorite Christian financial advisor. I'm a certified private wealth advisor professional, and I've been in the financial industry for over a decade.
All right. Break it down, financial advisor. We're here for the money.
2020, I decided to open a Christian investment firm to help investors like you become rich in spirit and righteous in action. And on the show, we share with you some of the secrets and biblical principles that we share with our high net worth clients to better prepare you for a financial life centered around God. And today, we're talking about Draymond Green and his flagrant foul that caused him to lose so much money. One thing that I constantly talk on the show over and over and over again is the inconsistency of cash inflow or the unpredictability of future cash flow. He is a multi-millionaire with over a 12-year career with the Golden State Warriors, and now his income is in jeopardy. So if his projections, once again, is into the future, 5 years for this automatic contract, and he's already spending, he's already buying, already investing, guess what? But now that comes to an end because he's suspended indefinitely. So he's sitting at home losing $154,000 or $203,000 per game, and they have 82 games per season. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. The point I'm trying to make here is that this proves that investment.
Karen Ridgeway says, oh my goodness, that's my nephew speaking now. He is very articulate, Karen. I like the way he's doing his thing.
It's 80% behavior, 20% numbers. Now, why is the 80% behavior? His behavior on the court, that 80%, how he carried himself, what he says, how he treats other people, has caused him to lose a lot of money. The way that we buy, the way that we sell.
Now, let me stop it right there because he makes a doggone good point. Let me put this is what listen,
has caused him to lose.
I need to
behavior. His behavior on the court, that 80%, how he carried himself, what he says, how he treats other people, has caused him to lose a lot of money. The way that we buy, the way that we sell, the way that we think about our money, the things we want to go purchase, and the envy that we have for other people, that behavior, that mindset is going to change the amount of money that we can accumulate over our lifetime if we are not careful. We have to be able to manage money. It's not about just the accumulation of money, which he's very good at, but he's very poor at keeping it. Let's see if I can get a clip in here real quick. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I really don't.
I think, it gives him time to really look at it and figure it out.
Man, let me go back on that.
Right? I really don't.
I think, it gives him time
What
to
did he
really
do?
look at it and
Wait,
figure it out.
what?
Get a clip in here real quick. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I really don't.
I think, it
Oh,
gives him
that's
time
wrong.
to really look at it and figure it out.
I don't know. I mean,
I think, it gives him time to really look at it.
it's like, yeah, it's fragrant. I mean, whatever. But yeah, that's all bad.
Figure it out.
Ooh.
Well,
What do you think?
I think it's all
move,
bad.
5 seconds to lose $4 million. This is ridiculous. That's what happens when you get paid too much to put a ball in the hoop. And I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I mean, it was what happens when you don't get therapy either. See, we as black men, we do the same thing that Draymond did, except number one, Draymond can afford to. He could stop right now. He'll have to pinch his pennies. He'll have to stop all investments, but he could live off of what he has left for the remainder of his life. We can't. But black men, we make these kind of decisions out in the street and maybe even at work that cost us money. Much less still money at the same time. YC Knowledge breaks it down like this. They can't commit even to their jobs. Exactly. And Draymond has been playing and he's been dirty for a long time, though my sister loves him. I love him, but he's been dirty for a long time. And basically he should have gotten enough. He should know better. Yeah, that's right. Breonna West, you're right. He may end up with nothing if he gets sued. I don't know how much he's worth. Let's check and see how much he's worth. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second here. Draymond Green. Oh, net worth 2023. Yeah, so apparently he's worth 60. But we've seen how that works out. Look at it like this. They were saying Diddy was worth $1 billion. But then I read that Diddy is now filing for bankruptcy. So I don't know if that's real money or not. Doesn't seem to be. While seeking knowledge breaks down, you can take a ninja out of the hood. Say it with me, but you can't take the hood out the ninja. Yep. Ella Ripley breaks down. The price of everything is getting ridiculous. I bought some groceries for a homeless couple at Trader Joe's, and it was $550. Wow, for 8 bags of grocery. Wow. One steak cost $13 and it was a porter. Yeah, well, you got the high-end shit. You got the high-end shit. If you shopping at a, Trader Joe's, that's the good stuff. Dang, that was a very kind thing for you to do. Way to go. Anyway, let me go back. Get back to Draymond. Here we go.
Tear down basketball players by any means, but this is purely entertainment, right? And he let it get to his head. He let that behavior, his emotions overpower him, and now he's going to lose $4 million. It says in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 28, whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly. And I just pray for Draymond Green.
He nailed it. Look, religious or not, what he just said was bars. Let me play that one more time. Religious or not, what he said was bars.
$4 million. It says in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 28, whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly. And I just pray for Draymond Green because indefinitely means for unspecified time or an uncertain time in the future. So as I said before, we don't know if it's 10 games. We don't know if it's 20 games. We don't know if he may get kicked out of the NBA and lose his future cash flows. So
And see, and this is the problem is that they didn't do it just because he hit him like that. They did it because this has been the 10th time he's hit somebody like that. That's the problem. It's not that it was fragrant. Oh my God. It's the fact of the matter is he does it all the time. That's the problem. Welcome Enlightened Femme in the house.
just like we are afraid of losing our jobs, he may lose his job. And guess what? He's going to have to adjust. Hopefully, he puts some money away. Hopefully, that he's investing and he's prepared for days like this because, look, this stuff happens in the blink of an eye. We lose our job. We become disabled. We get into an accident. It can happen so quickly. So we want to prepare. We want to have our financial plan, our emergency fund, our backup, just in case something like this happens. Well,
the key, yeah, what he just said is 100%. We are going to have a financial live stream as well, and I might have to dig into his stacks some more because he's breaking it down. This gentleman's name is Financial Advisors Say the Darndest Things podcast. I like his name. You know, give him a look because that's one thing the Black community can never have enough of is well-educated financial advisors. New Diamond is in the house. Enlightened Femmes in the house. Ellen Ripley's in the house. Brina West is in the house. Ooh, okay. So we're learning something and we're doing something up in here. So this is what I was talking about right now. This is actually perfect timing. Here we go.
Diddy is on his fourth lawsuit for among other things in the past recent weeks, and there have been blind items and rumors that he has abused and assaulted men as well. Here is a new blind item. I suspect the soon to step forward male of SA by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so.
I don't think so either. Let's keep it going.
And again, this is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs.
Diddy going broke. Diddy losing millions of dollars by the day. He losing endorsement deals. He losing fans. He losing support from major celebrities.
See, there's a very good point I got to make right now. Diddy just happens to be a perfect example. Black men, we lose money like this all day, every day, because of a very similar reason. And that reason is that we don't get help for our demons, whatever those demons might be. And this is the weird thing about that. I'm being dead serious right now. I mean, ladies too, but this is why. This is why. Nobody would have thought. Well, they died. I mean, the people, except the people who knew dude, would have thought he was this evil. Now they're trying to blame his mom. Though he's a grown-ass man. Been grown. He's damn near my age. Still trying to blame his mom. Who I believe had him when she was a teenager. They're not looking for his father, though. They're not looking to blame him. This is what Diddy is what happens when you don't take care of your demons. There's ways to take care of your demons, but Diddy is what happens when you don't. All those lives he destroyed, and finally he got to his. If he starts getting mad at other people, which I predict he will, that'll be predictable. That'll be the most predictable thing that I could think of. Because a man of his mindset, as evil as he is, that's what they do. They blame everything on everybody else but themselves. Yep. New Diamond breaks it down like this. Everyone is coming out, but people are defending him still like they defend Tory Lanez. Yeah, Tory Lanez to this day, New Diamond. To this day, they still do. They think dysfunction and abuse is normal behavior.
He probably losing his damn mind too.
Y'all, why are they saying Diddy losing his billionaire status in less than a month and going broke? Y'all, it looks like Diddy is fighting for his life out here and losing, because not only is he getting hit with lawsuits left and right, but he is also losing money in fast. Even
Yeah, I mean, talk about. I know Yanni said that Black women are taking L's and in her clip, but talk about the amount of money Diddy lost equals everything that all the other Black women lost what they lost in L's. One guy versus 20 women for the L award. Diddy won. Diddy won big. Or should I say lost? Really, he lost big. He lost big. Let's keep it going.
more, his business partners and partner brands are quickly losing faith in him, and they are cutting all business ties with him. And if that's not bad enough, the streets are saying that more and more victims, including the Menses, are preparing to speak up and file a lawsuit against him for allegedly putting hands on them and essaying them too. Listen, y'all, looks like Diddy's going down, and he's going down hard.
Yeah, this is, by the way, this is by Misty.
An utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men, okay? 3. So there's going to be a takedown that comes in with that.
Y'all, it looks like them Hollywood elites have finally gotten Diddy right where they want him, because
I don't know if it's a Hollywood elites, because he's part of the Hollywood elites. To me, they all do the same shit. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. To recklessly chase your peen's desire, regardless of consequences, shows you are ungoverned like bonobos too. They are proving the message. Exactly.
as the streets are now saying that Diddy is a half a step away from being completely bankrupt, because he is losing money and endorsements faster than you can even imagine.
Well, I guess what they do is that value, or when they say somebody's worth $1 million, they don't have $1 million in their pocket. It just means the contracts they're under, but those contracts can be voided if weird stuff like this happens. So that I assume that's what happened. Let me keep it going.
Investors are pulling out, his business partners are dropping him, and everyone is in one big giant mess for him. And let's not even get into the millions of dollars that he has to spend on settling these lawsuits left and right. I mean, Cassie alone was reported to have received a $100 million settlement from him, and that kind of money just eats away at your net worth. I mean, y'all
really think about it. $100 million, right? Times 10. That's all your money. And he's got at least that many people coming after him, right? They may not get as much, but they're getting some.
Remember how Kanye West dropped from net worth of $3.2 billion to about $400 million, all in a couple of days last year, when he was accused of being anti-Semitic and saying some anti-Semitic things and stuff on social media? Well, Kanye got dropped by a lot of companies and brands, and he lost a whole.
See, look how much. Talk about taking an L, right? Because you didn't repair your demons. That's how that happened. That's how that happened. That's how that happened.
Whole lot of money over it. Well, we're seeing the same thing happening to Diddy.
Welcome, Feisty Black Tina. in the house.
Here, only this time it's way worse off because he doesn't even have the same support that Kanye had at the time. See, Kanye West had some diehard fans who would defend him and stick by him through thick and thin, no matter what. Unfortunately, in Diddy's case, his public image has been taking a hit after hit for years, and fans have been giving him the side eye. Now, don't get me wrong, because he still has some fans defending him, I think, but it's just not enough for him to hold on to his fortune. I mean, even people in the industry are distancing themselves from him because they know that he's on a free fall all the way down, and there's nothing they can do about it. Well, and least of all, Diddy himself. Now, before y'all start talking about how Diddy is a billionaire and how $1 billion is a lot of money and blah, 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 let me stop you there. Because see, just because he's worth $1 billion doesn't mean that he had $1 billion casually sitting in his bank account and waiting to.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Brina West says, didn't Kanye make his money back? Let me take a look. Look. Kanye West net worth. No, he's down hard. 400 million. That's far from $1 billion. That's far from $1 billion. So he's still down.
To be spent. Generally, experts typically advise that between 2 to 10% of your net worth should be in your cash or near cash equivalents, and that could be quickly converted to cash. So with Diddy being a billionaire, that means he has anywhere between 20 million to 100
Welcome, Lady Rindy.
million in cash or near cash equivalents. And considering that he reportedly paid Cassie $100 million, can y'all see where I'm going with this?
Yeah,
and that's even before we add all his other messy lawsuits, legal fees, and the money he's paying his PR team to make this mess disappear. Yeah, it's a whole lot of.
Yeah, he's toast. That's what happens when you don't cancel out your demons. That's what happens. But check this out.
Wait. Did Diddy's mom force him to engage in these freak-offs when he was still a minor? Jill, these Diddy stories are getting way out of hand. And honestly, at this point,
It makes sense that they would actually go after the mom. Not really. No, not people who are against Diddy, but people who are against women. Diddy's cold-blooded. He'll blame his mom if that'll get him out of this situation easily.
to say what's fact and what's not, because every single day there are more and more horrific stories about this man. And now the streets are saying that Diddy's mom was involved in the freak-offs and that he grew up to be the way that he did because of his messed up childhood. So word on the street is his mom, Janice Combs, was an escort, and she would sometimes make Diddy watch her indulge in these freak-offs when he was still a kid. As if this wasn't bad enough, his dad was also the leader of a very notorious gang in Harlem back in the day. And
that's the problem. Don't get me wrong. I mean, his mom was wrong if she did that, but see how the black community will blame a woman instantly. Even when, remember now, she was with a dude. He had a father. So they ignored the fact that he was in, they ignored the fact that he was in a gang, a notorious gang, right? Nah. Welcome, JM. No, that's not the problem. No, it's got to be the mom. That's basically what went down.
And she would sometimes make Diddy watch her indulge in these freak-offs when he was still a kid. As if this wasn't bad enough, his dad was also the leader of a very notorious gang in Harlem back in the day, and he would physically assault people and sometimes even unalive them in front of Diddy. Now, this don't excuse...
Okay, right there. There we go. I mean, that's just not that. There you go.
Any of his behavior, not one bit. But at least it gives us a little explanation as to where Diddy inherited all these nasty fetishes and extremely tendencies from. Okay, so ever since Cassie filed her lawsuit, Diddy's whole life has pretty much gone down the drain. He's lost over 18 brand deals. He was kicked off of his position as chairman at his own company, Revolt TV. He's now being dragged to court by the company that distributes his alcohol beverage, and the SA lawsuits just keep piling up by the day. It's definitely not going to be long before he wipes his bank account.
As Camo would say, it's just the chickens coming home to roost. Rena West in the house says this. He's still a grown man. Exactly. He's been and the thing is, Brina, if he was like maybe 20 in his 20s, you might maybe say, wow, his parents, what? This dude is he's in his, what, 50s? And so let me break it down again. Rena West says this. He's still a grown man. If he's smart enough to be a billionaire, then he should have known better than to follow his parents' footsteps and get therapy. Bars. Simple bars. So that's why I'm saying that as many L's as black women took this year, black men took more. Whether in whatever way you want to count an L being an L, whether it's financial, emotional, image-wise, you know, let me keep going.
Account clean to fund all of these court fees and fines he's gonna be paying. And as if this wasn't bad enough, people have also been looking into his family to try and figure out how Diddy came to be the kind of person that he is. And man, oh man, people found out a whole lot. It looks like Diddy's raging addiction to drugs, these freak-offs, and his against people is tied to his childhood trauma. See, Diddy was still a kid when his father passed away. So, in order to provide for the family, his mom Janice was working 3 jobs, and allegedly escorting was one of them. My mother worked 3 jobs, and my grandmother worked 2. At an early age, I started my own paper.
Oh yeah, so black men were really taking care of black women back then. Remember that myth that Kevin Samuels was putting out there? And they kicked him out of the house. Nope.
According to the internet, Janice would sometimes bring some of the men that she hooked up with to the house. This is something that she would do often, and Diddy would witness it happen all the time, as if this wasn't already bad enough for an underage kid to be.
See, this is the funny thing. That's how low he is. He can't even protect his own mom. You'd think he'd be able to keep that under wraps and would want to. But he probably was the one who leaked it.
Seeing, it's also been reported by multiple sources that his father was a gang leader in Harlem. This was confirmed by Complex Magazine back in 2013 in an explosive article where they investigated the parents of a
Like father, like son. He had gang leader type, tendencies and behavior.
lot of popular rappers. The article read, Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, was a well-known Harlem gangster who had connections to both Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. And Janice was the boss's ride-or-die chick. After her husband was brutally murdered when Diddy was still a child, she took to raising young Sean on her own. And if you thought this was bad, wait till you hear about Diddy's very weird relationship with his mother. People have actually been speculating for a while now that Diddy and his relationship with his mom goes way farther than the regular mother-son relationship. These rumors got even worse after a video went viral of Diddy and Janice passionately kissing each other on the lips.
If that was it, that's not passionately.
However, what really got people's attention was when they saw that Janice had her nails painted white.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
What does nails getting painted white mean? What is that supposed to mean? If you guys can help me, is that a sign for something I missed or something I'm missing?
What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Mom freshly dipped though.
What does that mean? I don't get it. Well, maybe they'll explain it.
I ain't gonna hate on my mom. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. Especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that. Cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do know how to.
She look good for her age, though. She must. How old is? Let me see how old Diddy's mom is. How old is Diddy's mom? Oh, she's 80. She's 80, folks. Okay.
Have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving.
Right. Okay. Right. I heard somebody, Brina breaks it down like this. I heard somebody else bring up nails painted white, but I don't know what the big deal is. Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't know what that means.
My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving. She
Don't stop.
Lady Randy breaks it down like this. According to the lawsuit that Cassie filed, he liked the nails painted white so that they can contrast with dark-skinned men when she was intimate with. Oh, got it. Got it. Oh, that's. Thank you, Lady Rindy. That's weird as he is weird.
She could touch. She could touch the floor with her palms. You know, flat. Oh.
Now, if y'all remember, Cassie stated in her lawsuit that Diddy would demand for her to wear white nails during their freak-offs. The lawsuit said Diddy required Cassie to dress up in lingerie, wear white nail polish to contrast with the skin of the black workers, and cover herself in oil. People also noticed that ever since he started dating Young Miami, she also switched from usual long, colorful nails to wearing a very minimalistic white color. Someone reacted to this by saying, Lord, Young Miami was wearing the white nails too. Yup, he is definitely her for the business. That is a clear fetish he has. People believe that Janice is in on the whole thing, and she's still indulging in these freak-off sessions with Diddy to this day. Like this person who said,
Damn.
this was a purposeful attempt to signify to other freaks that his mom was down / for sale, or that they had just completed a freak off. This man is a monster and a true black hole. And aside from all this, she's also been exposed for protecting Diddy and hiding his secrets from over the years. Now, we all know by now that Diddy has single-handedly mismanaged and stolen from a lot of artists under his label. But the person that's been on his neck for years now and relentlessly calling him out is Mace. In fact, they got into it back in 2020.
Yeah, Mace has been at it. Welcome, Indiana Mom.
After Mace put Diddy on blast for only paying him $20K for his time at Bad Boy Records. Mace also revealed that he had offered Diddy over $2 million to buy his publishing rights. But Diddy refused to accept the money unless Mace was able to match up the offer of a certain European investor who was offering more. During one of his rants, Mace also revealed that the only person who has the receipts on every bad thing Diddy has ever done is his mom. According to him, Diddy has put almost everything that he owns in his mother's name. so that just in case things go south, he'll still be good.
Yo, how dare this nigga told me he want receipts? Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. You know who to play with.
And given everything we know now, I would not be surprised if the reason he goes this hard for her is because of the secrets they share. She is the only one holding him down and keeping him out of jail right now. And
Rena, that's a good question. Do y'all think, if you think Puffy killed Biggie, put a 1 in the chat, put a 2 in the chat if it's a no, and 3 if you're not even sure. 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for unsure.
if everything Diddy owns really is in his mom's name, like May said, then it ain't gonna be long before the police start investigating her too. Now, as usual, people had a whole lot to say about this. Like this person who said, looks like she might have introduced him to drugs, violated him, and groomed him to be who he is today. Some parents be teaching their kids the worst, and they end up being an extension of themselves. Another person said, substitute husband vibes. He has his assets in her name. He will never marry a woman for
Indiana mom put in 4 for both Biggie and Tupac. I hear you. I hear you. Here we go.
love because he has been intercepted by his own mother. If there are too many lawsuits, he may have to make his mom loosen her grip on the assets that he has hidden with her. Let's see how close they are then. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Diddy and his mom engaging in these freak-offs together? And do y'all think she really grew Diddy into being the monster he is today? Y'all know what to do. Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, so I mean, basically the thing is that if there was a gender war going on, it's clear that the men lost. And my proof is not only just Diddy. I mean, Diddy basically covered for everybody, really, for the L. But I just believe that it's just if you look at I call them metrics myself. You know, they use the metrics and kind of like stuff. And when you're measuring stats in a way, and we use it in IT. But what I mean is this is I want you to think of this objectively. And please tell me, I asked everybody before, but I'm still waiting for an answer. What positive metric has black men beat black women in the last couple of years? I'll just say the last couple of years. Let's give it 3 years, just in case maybe this was just a bad year for black men. What did we do to outperform black women? Really, quite honestly, what did we do to outperform anybody? And that's what I want us to think about, man, is not competing with black women, but we need to focus on getting up off the basement floor. I'm sorry you're mad at me because I'm telling you where we are. But if you have evidence otherwise, you can put it in the comment section later on. Yeah, I'm afraid so. But I should say The metric I'm looking for are positive metric for positive. I repeat, for positive black for the community, positive metrics for the community. Welcome to the stage, Ellen Ripley.
Hi, DJ. You know what? I just wanted to say my 2 cents really quickly. I really, this is what I've been trying to tell black women, that black men think that they won because they have access to white women, and that's all. This is what that's all they aspire to. They basically worship whiteness, whether it be white men, white women, whatever. They just worship and they don't feel as though like getting an education or building something or being inventors or winning a Nobel Peace Prize. All they care about, they think that women make them. Like they just, a real man, a real leader doesn't care what, doesn't base his existence off of a woman or how much vagina he can get. So black men, they're in competition with us because they can't be in competition with men because, they're just scared of other men. So they feel like the only person they can be in competition with are black women. And they're saying, so-called rubbing it in black women's faces that they're with their white queens or whatever, and like we're other men, like we're another group of men, like because that's all they put value on. Yeah, that's all they put value on is having access to a white woman. That's all. Right. Black men don't achieve any type of goal other than that, is to get a white woman, and it is pathetic, and other groups of men think it's pathetic, but it's just black women don't understand. They don't understand that the reason why they're flaunting all of these, trying to flaunt white women in your faces, is because they are in competition with you and they feel as though they've won because all they aspire to is a white woman. And they feel like that's the prize, not being a millionaire or anything or building anything.
Right. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more. Let me break it down like this. I will state one thing. I think black men in general, we have the aptitude and the potential to be very successful. The problem is that, like you said, really in the long and short of it, we don't want to be successful. Not in the same metrics that other cultures want to be successful in. You're right. The success is in either SEX or in numbers, okay, or SEX with non-black women. We'll just say non-black women because, some even a lot of the men, think about it like this. If black men were if we are everything that Kevin Samuels said we were, then most of us, we would be dating out. Why? I mean, why that hasn't happened yet?
Because it's only like, unless a black man has money, I'm not gonna lie. Unless a black man has money. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. I have to take this phone call.
Oh, no problem. Anyway, I mean, let's get on to the next clip. Let me break it down like here. Here we go. Where is it at? That's T-Kizzy. Here we go. Check this out.
I don't have sex out of relationships.
How do you get into the relationship?
Listen close. Wait, let me pause this out. Let me pause it. For important clips, I've got to make sure the volumes is on point. There we go. I think that's loud enough. Let me know if it's too quiet.
Know someone.
And then you don't try before you buy.
I don't try before I buy.
We're getting to know each other, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to put all my intention into you. But after a while, once we're talking to each other, you got a duty of care to look after me. You know what I'm trying to say? That I've got needs and stuff.
100%. I believe that.
Exactly.
I have got a duty of care to look after you.
Yeah,
when you're my man.
How do we get there?
Through maintaining a healthy relationship together.
So before we're in a relationship and we're just talking and just dating and stuff, are you cool with me sleeping with other people?
Absolutely not.
So you want me to go on a quest of celibacy while I get to know you?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
It's just showing your loyalties and your commitment.
Why do I need to be loyal to you? I don't even know you like that. We're getting to know you.
Yeah, because you want.
So basically what he's saying, because I mean, the accent might throw you off, but I understand what he's saying. He is completely flabbergasted that she wants to date in a traditional manner where there's courting, there's, conversation and all that kind of stuff with no sex. He can't fathom that. He can't fathom it. He can't even handle it. Let's keep it going.
Want to make it something. You're trying to pursue something with me.
There's no jeopardy there. So if you gave me something, that would make me
Want to stay.
No, not want to stay, but take away the distractions. Forget about
But
everybody
this is
else.
what I mean. Mentally train yourself to not be distracted so that you can.
Boom. Bars. She's throwing down bars. Yeah. New Diamond, you're right. Most can't. They just can't. They just, I mean, in my 1 year trip in the YouTube streets, these the men in the YouTube streets are very, very impatient, vulgar, and one thing on their mind. One thing. They don't want a relationship. They want control. That's where the whole submission thing came from.
Focus on one person
But
and maintain your energy there and loyalties whilst you get to know them.
But I want to have sex.
Yes, so graft for it.
See,
Nothing
that's
easy.
all he wants. He's got, let's look at how gorgeous this young lady is. Hold on. She's absolutely gorgeous, right? And she's going to give him the time of day, but all he can think about is sex. This is what happens every day. Every day. And when he gets older, he will finally understand. But for now, he's just thinking like a zombie. Lady Rindy breaks it down like this. She's giving a standard of no sex until monogamous commitment. He hates it. He wants benefits without the commitment of one. Bars. New Diamond said, yeah, New Diamond said most can't. Brina West says at New Diamond, exactly. Black men and white women share a common hate for black women because of the slave owner sleeping with the black woman. I don't know about that, but it could be. Yeah, it could be. It could be too. Indiana Mom breaks it down like this. He wants boyfriend and husband perks without the boyfriend husband responsibilities. Bars. Here we go.
Energy there and loyalties whilst you get to know them.
But I want to have sex.
Yes, so graft for it. Nothing easy should come that easy. Someone giving you their body should not be that accessible.
What kind of graft are you talking about? Like, what kind of graft is that? I have to be your boyfriend. Like, that's a different kind of graft. Not just get to know you and be cool. You're trying to tell me graft till I'm being your boyfriend.
You have to make that initial commitment because why am I going to give myself to you? And then you say, well, actually, it's not for me the next day.
Well.
Those are bars. He told on himself.
What are your thoughts about this? This is very interesting. On the one hand, they want you to be untouched. On the one hand, they want you to make other men jump through the hoops to be able to be with you, but not them.
Right, but not them. Yep.
They want to be able to come into the door. Other men jump through the hoops to be able to be with you, but not them. They want to be able to come into the door and just be able to jump up and down on top of you, but every other single man on earth before and after you, I don't think they really care about the after, but well, maybe they do because some of them will be wanting to come back and they want you to stay a seamless, spotless palette until they return whenever it is that they feel like returning.
Right.
So this is what it looks like when people are discerning with who it is that they jump into bed with. But the moment that you tell them no, then all of a sudden it's a problem. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so ideally, what would happen is people would take their time to get to know one another. And
If you don't already know, this is Tanya TKO.
you have interest in being with this person, then you focus on that person until you decide that you want to be with them. It's very difficult. Like certain matchmakers won't match you or won't work with matching you if they know that you're having intercourse with other people simultaneously, because you have got to have a clean palette. You have got to clear out your calendar, clear out your priorities, clear out your preoccupation, and
Yeah, this is what traditional looks like. This is what traditional looks like, everybody.
concentrate on that person. Now, this is what I'm saying. It's a lot easier to determine whether or not you truly want to just focus on one person. It's a lot easier to do that when you are just focused on that person. Now, trust and believe. Listen, I love intimacy. I love the connection and the sharing. However, it has to be right. What these men seem to want is they want to be able to engage in intimate activities with you and then be like, well, I don't really know if I want a relationship. My life is not where it's supposed to be right now. I got this stuff going on with my baby moms. I'm trying to get a new career. I'm on this new fitness journey. Oh, I'm stacking my money. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. Oh, I never really got a
See, in long story short, what Yanni was talking about, women taking L's. This man right here in the video, he's the representation of an L, because you could tell by what he's asking for that he's going to lead a woman down the aisle of loss, not marriage.
chance to date when I was younger. Oh, this is my time to date now. So they want to be able to enter and penetrate you in the most intimate of ways while still simultaneously maintaining their distance. There is this thing called PNC, post-nut clarity. And there are many men who are in a love haze and a love daze until they get that PNC. And then all of a sudden they're able to see with clear goggles. Then they're like, oh, this wasn't really where it is that I wanted to be, but what it is that he really wanted was to conquer. What it is that he really wanted was the release. But
Exactly. Welcome, Tevin. Tevin says, just like a lot of women want money without sex too. Well, that's how they did it. I mean, Tevin, that's how they did it back in the day. The man wined and dined the women for weeks, months, who knows, maybe even years.
And real men don't complain about that either.
Exactly. That is true. Absolutely true. Welcome, Act Natural, under pressure. That's anyway. So yeah, the word Indiana mom, the word loser has a picture in the dictionary. Yep. So Nunda, I mean, what are your thoughts so far? That we're breaking down here?
Here's what I was going to say to that. I came up to say something totally different. I still say that, but first of all, can you hear me clearly?
Perfect.
Okay, because I put my Bluetooth on tonight instead of the headphones. So maybe that they both act up. They both, you know what? They both cheat. But anyway, I want to respond to Tevin's thing what he just said first, because the thing is that I have had men in my past that I used to just mess around with for, platonic reasons only. There was a guy that I dealt with, a non-black man that I dealt with and in San Francisco. And before I moved away, I had moved away from San Fran to Vegas. Then I met my ex-husband and we got married. And I was ready to go. So I moved away. We got divorced. Okay. I called this guy and he thought I was still married. And he was like, so how's your, going? I said, no, we're divorced. And he said, oh God, I'm sorry about that. You deserve to be happy. I said, oh, well, thank you. I said, well, I'm going back to Vegas. I can't afford to be in Jersey by myself. And then, he says, well, I tell you what, baby. And I ain't spoke to this guy since I was married. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him and talked to him since then. He says, well, when you get back to where you're going, you send me a copy of your flight, and I will send you the money to cover your flight, and I will also give you an extra $1,000 to put in your account, to help you get started back, started where you're at. And when I got to where I was going, he did just that. And I
That's
hadn't
good.
had sex or did anything with him for 4 or 5 years because I was married for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
good.
after I got there, I thanked him, and he said, "I wish you the best, and and you deserve it." And I haven't even seen him since that time.
Damn. That's called class. All
But
right.
when we were doing our little thing, and he was a guy that, like I said, I love to go to museums. I love to do educational stuff sometimes, I love my music stuff, but I love museums, national parks, stuff like that. And he had no problem in taking me to wherever I wanted to go, pay for it all, pay for the weekend, pay for the resort, and it wasn't Super 8 motel. And and he paid for everything and then gave me money when we departed our ways.
I hear that.
So only a man that don't have gold will complain about what they call a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? That's what when
Right.
when ninjas coming with that, well, y'all ain't nothing but gold diggers. I say only broke men complain about not having gold because
Right.
a gold digger because they don't have no gold. They ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So of
Mm-hmm.
course, so why are you focused on us as gold digging? Anyway, if you don't like gold diggers, then don't go where we are. Don't come where we are. Stay out of our lane. Stay off the apps or wherever we are. You don't qualify. Don't come there. But don't tell me to lower myself because you can't get high as me.
Right. Lady Rendy breaks it down like this. You guys say you want traditional women. This is what traditional looks like. And traditionally, men pay, men court, men finance. Bars.
But instead of going to a working girl whom he can pay and get that release, he wants to conquer a non-working girl. Because if all you really want is the release, you can get your release in some ways. But no, they want you to relieve them. Remember, he was talking about how you have a duty of care for him. How? This is what her standard is. If you want that girl, you don't have to get with her. Just go get with somebody else who has a different standard than she does. Why try to convince somebody out of what their standard is? Just let her go find a person who is on a similar wavelength. That's all I can say about that. Seriously, because what is it that we're talking about here? What are we talking about at the end of the day? What is the conversation really truly about? About two people who are not a good match. All right, she's not the one for you. There are plenty of women who are willing to bust open their cocoa bread, pop their pea for a pancake. They're willing to do that. She's not one of them. But these are the type of women that they say that they want. They just want you to be that way for all other men. Not you, of course. No, it's those other
Exactly.
guys. I'm the man.
Be a part of the live
Wait,
show
let me
with
pause.
thousands of other.
Let me pause that. Gold Reflection says, aren't they the biggest gold diggers? You know something? That might be true when I think about it, because think about it. Think about how many black women like Kiki, like Shirley Strawberry, and others who are literally taking care of black men. The black men are moving in with them compared to, like, let's say, any other culture. That's an interesting thought.
Hello? I'm sorry, you guys.
Hey,
Can
Ellen.
you can hear me?
Sure can.
Okay, I just wanted to say I just wanted to give my opinion on that. Um Unfortunately, we belong to a race of people where the men, they only feel as though if a woman can't do something for them, like, take care of them financially, emotionally and everything, then they feel as though they are of no use to them. They would just go to another group of women. They see I just feel as though Black men these days, I don't know how it was in the past. I'm thinking it was the same way back in the ancient days, in the past and everything, that Black men these days, they just want women to take care of them, and if they can't, it's just crazy. That's why so many of them, they're becoming homeless by the groves now. They're like losing their ish. They're becoming homeless. They're losing their ish. It's horrible out here in these streets. If you can't build, if you don't want to build a foundation within your own community as a man, how do you expect, if you just making illegitimate kids and it's so many kids running around and the community is shambles, and that woman has to get like 2 or 3 jobs just to take care of her kids, she's too burdened to really take care of you. Now, the Black women that are rich, that make money, they could afford to take care of a Black man, but the Black men don't want to do anything, and they're suffering for it. The chickens are coming home to roost.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said.
That's right. That's
let me
right.
cue up
I was just watching B. Taylor real quickly before I came over here, and when she opened the panel up for the dust buckets to come up, to speak, there was one that was on there that was just, oh my God, he's asking the panelists and asking us in the chat, why should we Black women expect to be happy in relationships or marriages? Because marriages are not meant to be happy. He said, if I wanted to be happy, I would just leave my family and go out here and get me some weed and some liquor something. He said, liquor something, and then go and hang out with whoever would hang out and just be chill, and I'd be happy. We're not supposed to be happy.
Yeah, because they feel as though the men these days, they feel as though running through women like that. You know what? Black men, all they care about is what other men think. Like they boys, like the other Black men are always patting them on their back, like if they scored with a woman. And so they feel as though the more woman they run through, it's like a what do you call it? Like a notch on their belt. Like am I wrong,
Trophy.
DJ? Yeah, like a trophy. And so they feel as though like they just don't have any responsibility. They just want to run. They don't want to be responsible. They just want to run through women. That's all. And and Black women unfortunately have made it a perfect environment for them to act like that. Because if we say, why don't you just go get a job and get yourself cleaned up, or go to AA or something, or do something with your life, stop being a bum. If we say that, we're angry Black women and we're in conspiracy with Whitey to destroy them, like this stupid lady that Priscilla was talking about, Shahrazad Ali, that we can't even every time we try to tell them to be accountable, they try to use mind control on us, because they don't want to hear it. That's why I said just abort.
Exactly. And then this guy, and I forgot his name, but obviously they recognize his name. I could tell in the chat. But anyway, he started body shaming Black women. He started talking. They started the makeup thing. All that makeup. And then now, while he's doing all this, by the way, he has just the grammar. In fact, what I came and put? I think that a third grader I think that a child in kindergarten has better grammar than he had while he was up there talking. We was in the chat saying we need a translator. I mean, her Black women are destroying the community. it was and not beautiful, but beautiful. Everything he said, I was like, not a
He said the black women. This was how old was this guy that said? Was he in his 20s, 30s? He said black women destroyed the
mm,
community.
yeah, he was like, no, he was like, from the looks of it, like in his like late 30s, early 40s, you know, from the
Wow.
looks of it. Now he could have been younger because they age fast, so he could have been. I've met some 20-year-olds and I thought they were older, you know what I'm saying? So but he looked like he was in his like late 30s and 40s. He had a few children, he said. That's why he said if I wanted to be happy, he said this. And so B. Taylor had to repeat to him because again, B. Taylor is Princella's girlfriend now. Okay. So she's like, well, you're just proving what Princella is saying to women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he stopped for a minute. He was like, well, no, what I'm saying. No. You just said that if you wanted to be happy, you would
Right.
leave your family. You just said that. So, and you're saying, why should we expect to be happy? Because it's not meant for happiness. And so Princella is agreeing with you. Okay. He's agreeing with you that y'all are incapable, that word incapable, you see what I'm saying, of what
Mhm.
women desire.
Yep. Gold Reflection breaks it down like this. Males think marriage is torture even though they benefit, and some women think marriage is a fairy tale even though they suffer. Bars.
But you
Welcome,
know
Tanya.
what? Black men actually, I can say if it was like every other race of men, probably it would. But black men benefit from marriage. If because at least you have a two household income, and you can put your assets together. So black
Mhm.
men who are on the lowest of the totem pole in America, they are like at the living way beyond the poverty level, would benefit if they were to get married. So I don't understand what they're talking about. Oh, you just want to get married to me so you could take everything I got. I'm like, what the? You don't
Yes, and
have
according
nothing.
to, and according to him too, he said that we should respect black men more because black men are there in the house for leadership, for guidance, for direction. And we're all in the chat going, leading to what? Leading to where? Leading, what are you leading? And then me, I'm smart, so I put, yeah, leading to prison, leading to debt, leading, leading to trauma, leading to therapy, leading to losses, leading to bad credit, leading to abandonment. And the list goes on.
That is so true. Let me go ahead and play this clip here. Here we go.
This is the second part of us discussing why do men change when you start showing interest. This is the second part, and I'm going to go ahead and play the creator's video first before going to play the stitches. So let's go ahead and watch the creator's videos first so that we can remind ourselves the video we're talking about. Then I'll come back and talk about it.
Maybe it's just me. Please let me know.
Pausing because I need volume.
In my 26 years of living, I have come to the conclusion that men have this sick obsession with you when you play hard to get, when you come off as mean, when you don't acknowledge them, act like they're invisible, don't even look their way. And then when you finally give them a chance, and maybe you end up liking that person, your sweet side come out. Maybe you might even be a little bit vulnerable. Then they don't like you anymore. Somebody make it make sense. Please. 90% of men love women who treat them like shit. And this goes back to like, oh, my heart got broken in 5th grade. Like, or my baby mom went and had sex with my homeboy. I hate her. I hate my baby mom. I hate the girl who broke my heart in 5th grade. But really, deep down inside, they're still in love with them. Men love women who treat them like shit.
Men love women who treat them like shit. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you have to stress a man? And after she made that statement, there was
All right. Let's see if we can get a consensus in the chat. Do men love
Hell,
women that
heck
treat
yeah,
them like
they
shit?
like women that treat them like, I've been saying that, especially black men. They like for you to treat them like crap. They don't want these passport bros. That's all crap. That's all like lies. They just want women that they can physically abuse, and they want a slave. That's something on a totally different level. But you really got to treat a man like crap. You got to ignore him like he doesn't exist. He'll basically stalk you if you do that. You got to really like. I believe 100%. That's the truth. That is the truth.
How about you, New Diamond?
I'm here laughing. I'm laughing at Ellen. 'Cause she wastes no time. Like, no, but no, it is true. It is true. You know, like I have this dude that I wouldn't say seeing him. I don't know what to say with this person, but well, you know, but I blocked him for the like 10th time. You know this, but anyway, you know, but he's the type that yeah, if you cuss him out, if you do it just dirty, just be me. If I the part of me that I'm being serious, but it's me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm cussing you out, like you MF, I don't want to do it on your show. I am, and then he thinks that's cute. So, oh, you just turning me on. I'm like, I'm not trying to turn you on. I'm trying to tell you that I'm tired of you doing this. I'm tired of you treat me like this. You know what I'm saying? And everything. So a lot of them, yes. Or you have some that even worse than that. They getting abused actually physically by a woman, and they still stay. And sometimes it's because they ain't got nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
And so that was one point of this video, DJ, that I really want you to hear. The mark of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Two black guys at that mark of what they had to say about this in response. But where did DJ go?
was a particular lady that stitched the video and got a lot of people talking, and she was explaining the hormones. If you have not watched the video, I'm going to link the part 1 of this video down in the description box so you can have a full gist of what we're talking about. There's a particular hormone that allows like men to fall in love, and for you to get that hormone out of them is that you feed them or you stress them. They have that hormones when they are stressed out. So if you're not stressing a man, if you're not stressing him, he's not going to fall in love with you. That is why he's not loving you. It is not just about doing what he wants. No. She explained everything. Okay, you have to go back and watch it. So now these are men reaction. We want to know what the men have to say about this. Is this really true? Is that how they really fall in love? Let us go ahead and hear what they have to say.
They're hard to get when you come off as mean, when you don't acknowledge them.
Ladies, let's talk about it. And the fact of this being is because a lot of dudes don't want you to begin with. Like, they already don't see themselves as having a future with you. They just want you in that moment. And this is a simple fact why. For a lot of men, when they look at you, they do not see, oh, this is a person who I'm going to marry or a person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. When they see you, they say, this is a person who I'm going to do the you know what with. This is a person I'm going to get attached to me. So when you play hard to get, it makes it a chase for them because they know what they want from you. And they know in order to get there, they have to now play a role. So a man will play a role. And on top of that, while they're playing that role, they're getting you emotionally and available and connected to them. So once they finally get what they want from you, they can keep getting it from you because now you're attached. Now you're wondering, like, why he don't like me? He never liked you to begin with. It was all a game.
Oh,
so I'm not gonna fucking listen to me.
Men have this sick obsession with you.
Yeah.
When you play hard to get, when you
Y'all go watch her video because it's actually really interesting. But I'm gonna reply to this video and give you my 2 cents on what I actually think. So the reason why men and women love someone that disregards them or doesn't pay much attention to them or puts them to the side is because you're basically hitting at their ego. Because when someone feels unwanted, they want to know why they feel unwanted. And because you're not answering that question to them, they're always going to be thinking, what is it about them that you don't like? And what is it about you that they like so much? And once you give yourself to this person, you mean like once you start dating this person, they no longer like you as they used to like you before, because they already have what they wanted. And once they have what they wanted, they go and want to chase something else that they want to have that they cannot have. And again, this is only a repeated cycle for people that have ego problems and ego issues and have no self-esteem.
Men have this sick obsession with you when you play hard to get.
And they supposedly stop liking you when you start liking them. Let me see if I can shed some light on this. If a man was trying to get your attention and putting in all that time and effort and trying to get with you for so long, for months and years, and you eventually down the lane of time finally give him a chance, and then he just starts not liking you or whatever, he start blowing you off and ghosts you, that can come from a place of resentment. Like he put in so much time and so much effort and doing backflips and trying to be this nice guy and tap dancing for your ass, and you was just like no, treating him like shit or whatever. And then all of those feelings could have come back up when he started finally talking to you and finally got your attention. And it's just some immature psyche it's a situation that's going on in the back of his psyche to where he feels resentment towards you now. Not to mention the chase is over, so there could be that. And a lot of times, and I know y'all not going to want to hear this, but a lot of times, if a man put in all this work and all this effort and all this time, and you put him through all this bull just to give him the time and attention, the time of day, and then personally, he could have come to the realization that you was never really worth the bullshit you was putting him through.
Why are those two black guys lying like that? Like they just said that the only one that was telling the truth was the white guy. He was actually, I can understand, I can relate to him, but those other two, now I know something, black men got serious psychological issues. Like they don't know if they coming or going. It's just crazy.
Oh, God. Yes. Continue then.
But I'm just saying, like, a guy could get to the point where, like, you put that man through hell and hot water, and one day he could just look up and be like, damn, I went through all this bull for this.
My. See, they see that as bull. You see what he called it? They put up with bullish.
Yeah, they would. I can't believe that. I seriously think that black men are burnt out. I don't. The white guy was just telling the truth. If you, for example, if you get to know a guy and you give him your cell number or your Instagram or something, whatever, and he calls you and you ignore him, that guy's going to keep calling you until you pick up the phone. I mean, I don't know how these black men have just, what is wrong? What is wrong with them psychologically, DJ? That's what I want to know.
You said the word.
When most men in our community are not really looking for a relationship, so they get impatient and they get upset when it takes longer than they think it should take.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
but if they're not looking,
and they think it should be, and what's funny is that exactly what Tanya TKO was saying, is that basically they want you to be a virgin to everybody but them.
But my sister is a virgin. I told you she's just graduated medical school. She's a 32-year-old. She'd never been with a guy before. She's drop dead gorgeous. And guys think that she's corny. Like they don't want to she has really bad luck with guys. She only dates black guys. So she really can't get a date, right? She can't get a date.
Yeah, just like we were just saying, they want to be treated like foolish, and in return, they want to complain about it. So they want to. I don't, can I say seeing? It only lasted for like 2 weeks or so, but this guy a while back in my life, yeah, it was a black guy, and I remember several things that was like a H no. One was him asking me. I was asking him why does he not come around often? He's like, well, if you really want me to be around like that, then you should buy me this. He named some kind of video game. And I'm like, Ninja, are you serious? Are you think I'm going to go out here and buy you a video game to get you to come see me? Are you serious? Or to keep you at home? That's not what I meant. Okay. And then secondly, I remember when he told me, he said, well, you cute, but you'll be beautiful. Why don't you wear like some blue or pink hair?
Oh, wow.
Exactly, for real. And then I ended it with him because of a situation, that I found that he was messing around with two other people, and but anyway, I let him go and went on my way, blah blah blah. And he had all kinds of things to say because he lost, the conference of my condo. You know what I'm saying? And he had all kinds of things to say. And I already told him that the stuff that I bought for him, is mine, and the rest of his stuff he can't come near my place. I said I will. Well, I told him I'm gonna set it outside by the stop sign, and Mama said, well, take it to the laundromat around near where you live and tell them to pick it up there because I didn't want to come near my property. You know what I'm saying? And, and he had all kinds of stuff to say. And who was trying to contact me like months later? Him, using all kind of numbers, trying to disguise his number, all kind of stuff. They stalk you like that. There's something that is psychologically wrong with them.
It sounds like he had some type of like mama issues. Like he was like really coddled, but I don't know his situation. But was he like? Did he have a father?
I mean, well, I know I know he has a father. I don't know if his father was in his life. You know what I'm saying and stuff. I found out other stuff about him later on, because when he wasn't reaching back out to me for a while, I thought something was wrong. I know he was a hustler, right? So I was scared that he probably ended up in jail or something like that. But I reached out to some of his family that I found on Facebook, which was his cousins. And I found his family because of his last name. I knew his last name because I really was concerned with him. And so his cousin his cousin says, I'm so sorry. Kendrick is his name. Kendrick is just, he's very, very problematic. And we're sorry for anything that he's putting you through. And I said, well, it's not your fault. You ain't got to apologize for nothing that a man does. But, so only people I ever talked to was his cousin, a black woman. And that was it. And he wasn't in jail. He was over a bitch's house. So.
Wow. Even the family had to tell you he wasn't no good. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
These men are just, they need to get their stuff together because they're only hurting themselves. The cost of inflation is going up. Like our wages are going up very little and the cost of everything else is going up really high. So they're not going to be able. I think that by 2025, and I hope this is not true, I'm going to give it 2030, that black men actually are going to be a permanent underclass, but unfortunately they're going to drag black women down with them. So we might become a permanent underclass if we keep heading in this direction. Black women need to practice selective breeding because this is an anchor on our community. We live in the richest country in the world, and you see like people from other countries coming over here doing better than the people that was born here. And it's no excuse to be. You can make 1,000 mistakes living in America and get yourself back together again. Because there's so many opportunities, but all they want to do is complain and be like, "Oh well, the man of no color don't want to see me make it." And at this point, I just feel like it's an excuse. It's an excuse to mind screw black women so that they can sleep on your couch. That's what it is. I didn't mean to
That
ramble
is
like
that
that,
is
but
what it is. No, that is what it is. So that's what it is, and that's why I don't watch too many. I watch, of course, DJ Torch. I watch Night and Day Talk Media. Those are two black men that I respect. They're on a whole different level of awareness, and not just about BS. They do celebrity gossip, but they also talk about stuff that's really happening to the world at large, and the effects that it can have on everyone, but on black people especially when it comes to the things that are really happening behind the scenes. While we're talking about, black people talking about what's feminine, what's masculine, and all this 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, who's of 10, and all that stuff like that. Like you just said, people are being set up economically that came here that ain't even put into the system. And they're getting fat SSI checks from the government. I'm talking about migrants who are getting checks. And I talked to a black woman on YouTube said that she's in Chicago and she knows personally a woman who hasn't worked a day in the United States. And she came over here from the migrants that came to Chicago and New York City. And she's getting big fat checks from the government for her children and herself.
yeah, because you know what? The issue is that the government is not going to do anything about like the illegal immigration. You could legally tax those people, even though they're not citizens. You can tax them. So the government, America is in a financial situation. America is basically broke. It has to pay back all the stimulus checks and all the other the stuff that they ask the treasury for. So they are taxing these people. They're allowing them to come in because one, they're cheap labor. Two, you can tax them, and it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, like human trafficking. And a lot of people in powerful places are aware of it. It's a lot of like human trafficking of children in these illegal migrants that's coming into the country. And it's all about money for the government, and that's all it's about.
Exactly. All right, DJ, play that video.
Gotcha. No.
Eesh. So those guys wasn't necessarily enjoying being treated like shit. They just came to a realization to them personally that you weren't worth the treatment. For all 10 of y'all that's gonna view this, I'm just a messenger.
Men have this sick obsession with you when you play hard to get, when you
This is base level psychology. Some men have mommy issues, plain and simple. When they were little boys,
Damn, I wish why is he whispering? Hold on. Let me get him up. Get that volume up.
just didn't love them correctly, didn't nurture them, didn't validate them, and were possibly very mean to them. So you grow up with a mother like that. That is your first and most prominent example of a woman or how a woman should be. Because believe it or not, your parents dictate who you're attracted to. In ways, your mother dictates who you're attracted to. So some men are attracted to women who don't want them, women who don't care about them, women who don't affirm them, women who are mean to them.
Gold, I hear you. Another mush mouth.
Because they're just little boys chasing after their mother, the partners you select and that romantic relationship. Your little kitty problems are going to show up, or folks' mom neglected them is going to show up in the relationship. It's all reflections and cycles. Quite nasty work, if you ask me.
men have this sick obsession with you.
Okay.
You play hard to get.
He was basically, if I'm interpreting this right, the last one what we just watched, he was blaming the mother, right?
Yes.
Is that what you got?
Yep. Yep. And it's yeah.
So he was saying basically if the mother was neglectful and the mother was this, that determines who the man dates. Is that what he was saying?
Another lie from a Dusty.
Yeah, that's exactly what he meant.
Okay, we can go on.
Nasty work, if you ask me.
Men have this sick obsession with you when you play hard to get.
For full context, go back and watch her video. While I cannot answer every question she asked, I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible now to answer one of her questions. Part of the reasons why men are obsessed, or some men seem to be obsessed with women who don't like them or women who play hard to get, is because they see these women as a challenge. They see these women as something to conquer, something to overcome. It is like it's an ego thing. It boosts their ego to know that after all that was said and done, they were finally able to get this young lady to like them. Which is why when you start,
I gotta read this real quick. Hold on one second. Tanya Swift says he's whispering, so his mom wouldn't be here. That's not the whispers. LOL.
liking them, they suddenly lose interest in you because it was never about you. It was all about the chase. It was all about that excitement of getting someone that seemed difficult to get. So young ladies, be careful out there. Sometimes when these men are chasing you like back to back, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes they don't really like you. It's just that desire to get you. And for most of them who are cruel, when they get you, they end up making fun of you.
Men are incapable of love. That's just it. They are incapable of love. They can't love. Like, I was even expecting more from this stage from men to be like, explaining, but they're actually.
Lady Randy kicks out on some more bars. Once again, blaming the womb they come from. Bars.
Confirming everything. We are.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say that she must have been listening to the P because, when she said men are incapable of love, you know what I'm saying? When I hear that anytime, I don't care. I'm going to refer to Princella every time I hear it, whether they got it from her or not. But, not too many content creators are saying that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, or have said it before Princella. So I'm going to say that she got to compete.
Basically, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you think that she said, well, I'm not a man, I don't know, but I want DJ, I just want to ask you, do you think that she meant that men are not capable of love because once they basically get their nut off, like, I don't mean to be graphic, but we're all adults, like once they get their orgasm, right? They are no longer interested. Like LW Academy said that it's something in their I don't know, like in their a chemical makeup that makes them disinterested in women, completely disinterested once they get their orgasm. So do you feel as though that they are only in love with the woman until they actually get her?
Well,
is that what it is?
This is, I think, basically what it is if a man leads with his dick, then basically, yes, after he gets his orgasm, he really doesn't have anything in common. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's lust versus love. And basically what happens is that if you are truly interested or you really started a real relationship with a woman and you care about that woman, then it's not like that. You just go back to caring, even though your lust, if anything, your lust will go away, but you'll still love the person you're next because you love things about that person other than sex. You see what I'm saying? If too many men, we make sex the main course when really it should just be the icing on top of the cake. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so basically that's the problem is that and the thing is that since that number of men that think that way is growing and it's more apparent in relationships or families that have been rough or not the best. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with whether the guy grew up with a single mother or not. It has more to do with how he was built. And so that's why it's like if the guy wants to really, if he's really super eager and wants to sleep with you on the first night, it's not a good sign at all. Because men can or should be picky too.
But see, they come against that too, though. See, I've heard these men in manosphere, and even personally, even in one-on-one conversations, talk about, that if we take you out to dinner, then we
Right.
expect to.
They want just to take you out, they want a transaction. Instead of saying, let's just go out. I mean, this is the funny part. These men rather spend money on their pals than spend money on a potential wife when it comes to the dating aspect. Do you see what I'm saying? They'd rather spend money, buy beers they do it all the time. I've seen them. Okay. We go
I
out.
see it a lot in California.
Yeah, whatever, drinks for everybody here. And look, I'll swing for lunch. Look, this is gonna sound funny, but I've had a lot. My coworkers who are male would be buying me food. And then while I'm eating my food that they bought for me, they complaining about some woman being a gold digger. I kid you not. My meal costs like $20, right? Dude is talking to me like, man, that woman wanted me to spend $25 on her. And I'm
Yeah,
looking
he
at my
probably
food.
was mad because he didn't get to smash.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, it's almost like, hey, just think of her as your pal. Go out, have a good time. You see what I'm saying? Go out there, go where, play pool, whatever you need to do to just think of the person and focus on just her as an entity and a friend first, and see if you actually even just like the person. You may not like her. You may not like him. So the thing is that's how men think. They rather buy their buddies dinner than a date.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And
It's amazing.
I've sat and listened to conversations. Like P was saying, she's been around, men and conversations. And I've been not here in LA, but like in the South, I was in the South, but in conversations where they felt, cool enough to talk and just, because black men just don't mind just saying how stupid they are, But anyway, they will be talking about how many. And they don't use the word women, okay? I'm replacing being respectful. How many women they have fucked, okay? How many they have been with. And then I remember when one particular one mentioned some girl, and the guy said, yeah, nigga, I had her too. Again, I'm paraphrasing. I'm trying to keep it clean. Yeah, I had her too, man. Her thing was tight. Yeah. They patted their hands up and stuff like that. And I'm looking like, what? They forgot that I was even sitting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was like, oh my God. But I love that. Keep on. We've talked and been talking. This is why I know so much about, because I've been around. And because I'm good with psychology when it comes to talking to them like P is, I can talk and get a man right up to himself like that. But this is the behavior. That's how I know how they are, because I've been around them. That's why I am the way I am. And anybody can say what they want to say. Oh, girl, you just hate yourself. Oh, girl, you just whatever. I don't care. Listen, I have been, and I know. That's why they can't get over on me now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your psychology and pathology. And with the help of other people, listen to other people who've gone through the same or who was ahead of me, like Princella, and when it comes to, you can't mess with me now, you know what I'm saying? But I know their psych. I know how they think. I know what they say. They see women as tools to use. And when they're done with it, they throw it away. And they will talk about it, make it seem as though they're against hoes, okay? But they praise each other. They praise each other for how many they can get.
That's why you're right, because you know what's almost exciting as the actual act of sex for men is going and telling another guy. Like they just can't wait to tell somebody that they had sex with a woman. It's really, really exciting to them. It's like it gets their adrenaline running. No matter how much he pretends that, you know, he likes you, you know, a lot of the times once they get the sex, then they just like, they don't have any feelings at all towards you. And they just, a lot of guys just want to hurry up and have sex with the woman just to go and tell their boys that they did that, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that happened. Yep. Let's break down Cardi B right here. Here we go.
Okay, you guys. So as of right now, Cardi B and Offset are separated and headed for divorce. Now, Cardi B went live not too
What
long
the hell
ago
is that in his hair? Oh, man.
and announced to everyone that she was single. Now, I don't know what Offset did to Cardi B, but she ended up going live. And when I tell you, she went off and went crazy.
Exactly. Gold reflection. That's where Notches in the Belt came from. Yep.
She went off and went crazy. I mean, she's in tears and everything. Now, I don't know what he did, but he did something. Take a look.
She has no makeup on.
Yo, I really don't like doing the internet. I really, really don't like doing the internet. But the sad, stop calling me. You need to stop calling me. Because you will fucking talk to and a motherfucker will play in your face and your face over and over and over and over and over again. And she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to say. And it's sad that yo, this motherfucker really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. I've really been sparing you. You've been telling yourself you because of your album and shit, and you really been doing me dirty after so many years that I'm up your ass. Not even a thank you that I got for your. And it's so crazy that I gotta go to the internet because whenever I tell you something.
So guess what? I mean, look at it. Look at her go. And I mean, let me just kind of kick out a little commentary right here. So there are so many men in the manosphere that respect Offset, right? Many, many men in the Black community love them some Offset. And this is what he has to offer women. He's a high value man. So is this what Kevin was talking about? Is this the kind of quality of treatment that high value men have to offer? I mean, it looks like to me, it's all the expletives and it's the same black man. Same black man doing what he do. And then we sit around and we expect to be respected by other communities and our own women, but we'd be doing Offset type of shit. Who could not be loyal to save his life. That is just something that really baffles me. And then we expect women to continue to be fit, feminine, friendly, submissive, and all that kind of traditional and shit. When that dude who you all respect, all of y'all out there, all of you, I know it's not all black men, right? But come on, it's enough that we can almost say, everybody loves them some Offset. Come on.
Ew.
The Migos. The Migos is one of the most famous set of men ever, but we have no problem with them going out there hoeing. But we want we're mad because we're not seen in a positive way in society, but we have no problem with men hoeing. We don't. You didn't have the problem with Kevin Samuels hoeing.
All you
Future
gotta do is
hoeing.
look at
You
the
know?
black women's HIV stats alone. I mean, it's the highest.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me because see, the thing is this: it's different if us as black men were like, well, you know, let me shut up about demanding respect. This brother out here, you know, embarrassing me with his hoeing, right? We don't say that shit. If you went into Red Pill, nobody's talking about Offset cheating. They're talking about Cardi B or somebody else. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
You know why? It's because like they see that this Latina and this woman of non-color, that they all the manosphere and these other nerds and the red pill guys, all they see as women, as they just looking at the woman as her white skin, that she's non-black. And it, like I said, they worship non-black women. Like they feel as though they have like achieved whatever it is that they achieved, and everybody they so proud with they just like a thumb, like high-fiving each other. It's pathetic the amount of how could you like worship a skin color? I don't well, that, you know, I'm not a black man, so I don't understand it. I don't even, the only thing I can think of is that, you know, mentally, psychologically, they see black women, or they see their blackness, thus seeing black women as
Hello?
What happened?
I think it might.
And
It might
to
drop.
Tevin, yes, you're right when you say that. But what I said was is that black women have the highest HIV rate because of, and that's what I was implying. That black
Right.
women get it. They get it from black, because mostly black women deal with black men, and a vagina can't get nothing unless it, you know, by
Right.
itself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what I was saying, Tevin. So you're right. You're right. Black men do have the highest, and they give it to black women.
Exactly. Yep.
according to them, like black women, even though black women mostly choose black men, according to the manosphere and the red pill, black women somehow contracted it by themselves, like an immaculate contraction. You know, everything is our fault.
Exactly.
Well, everything is done by black women's selves, because you get pregnant by yourself, you catch diseases by yourself. You know what I'm saying? For real, everything is that happens to you, happens to us badly. It happens because it just happens, You know. So there's a guy that's being prosecuted now for giving his wife,
Yep.
AIDS. Yeah.
Yep. That's true.
And she had cancer. She had
Oh,
cancer.
that's right. Is she the one who passed away when
Yeah.
because from AIDS, when they thought it was cancer that got her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no, this is one that actually had cancer. She had cancer, and he was out there, you know, spreading, you know, diseases around, and she didn't know it, and so it made her condition worse, and then she died.
Damn. Okay.
But men
All
don't
right.
care about AIDS or anything. They don't care about diseases. They could knowingly know that, like, a woman, somebody could say, oh, well, don't mess with that woman. She's like, she got like the virus or something. They
Mhm.
could knowingly know, and they'll still go up in women raw dog. They do not care. They don't give a darn about no disease or no,
Nope.
it's just crazy.
All right. Any last words for this evening?
No, I mean, what can we say?
I think we covered everything pretty well, huh?
The dust is real. It's just that, like what Ellen is saying, is that Black women need to start being more. But I see these Black women in chat. Some of these, we call them mammies, and you know, and they really, I know it's a harsh term, but it's just they're so lost, they're so brainwashed, and then some of them never ever get a chance to wake up because they end up in the graves.
True.
And it's like it's happening in your face. I don't understand. We got social media. It's like it's no reason now for you. I don't understand the ignorancy. I don't. I mean, it's like right there upon your face. It's like that. What do you know? What? Why are you just? I don't understand it. It's like in your face, and you still just saying no. It's not. And you have men that's telling you. You have actually men telling you what they're doing, and you're still saying no. Literally, I saw a Black man talking to a Black woman, and he was saying what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, no, 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 no. How you don't tell the man, you know what I'm saying, what he's telling you about himself and the pathology of Black men overall. So even when you have the men like yourself, DJ, that's trying to tell these women, they'll sit there and say, oh, no, 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 no. It's not like that. It's like, if you don't listen to a man, a Black man that's telling you about Black men, then who would you listen to? Who are you going to listen to?
You
Very
know
true.
what? I just wanted to say this last thing. I know this is graphic what I'm about to say, but I was walking down Market Street and this guy, like, people were taking pictures of this guy's tattoo. I don't know if I told you this before, DJ, but they were taking this Black guy. He had a tattoo of a Black woman with that was pregnant, and a noose was around the baby's neck. And I didn't know it was a Black woman because I couldn't tell. But this was a Black guy, a dark-skinned Black guy. And I should have took a picture of the tattoo. Someone had said that, oh, I like your tattoo. What does it mean? And he had like he also had a tattoo like a Nazi, a swastika tattoo on his arm. And he said that my tattoo represents that I created this tattoo because I believe that the Black woman's wound is worthless.
Damn.
And this was
Wow.
a Black man, a dark, 100% dark, very dark skinned Black man.
God damn. He's sick as
Yep.
hell.
Yep. And trust me, yes, I've seen them online cheering, giving cheers to more mixed babies, and they were all dark as the night as well. And they was sitting around a bunch of preferences, and they was giving cheers to more mixed babies.
And I hate to be,
So
I'm not saying all dark skinned men are like that, but it seems like it's the dark skinned ones that are like that. And when I just avoid them, I don't
You
even,
know why, right?
I mean, I'm guessing that it's because of they're more Black. They're more, I don't even, I
No,
really don't.
it may not necessarily be that, but most darker Black men, they can only be Black. A lighter skinned Black man, you can think that he's Latin. You can think that, you see what I'm saying? He could be mixed. He could be in his own mind. A dark skinned Black man hates himself because he's so dark. We've actually seen Black men, and I've had video footage of Black men who say, "Oh, I want to have my child with a white woman or a woman of lighter skin. Take your choose who you want, right? Just because they want their kids not to look like them, not to be dark. That's it's a weird phenomenon, but I guess they think that's the last vestige of respect they can get, is from being at least not having to be locked into being seen as just black.
That is just
they hate,
demonic.
yeah. It's called self-hate, low self-esteem.
But I don't understand. How could you be stuck in this spiral of another man's or another group of people ideology about you? Do they not know that it was just a social construct for power? Do they actually believe that they are ugly? Like these people that created the thing, racism, they don't even believe black people are ugly. In fact, it's the opposite. They don't even believe black people are inferior. In fact, they want our genes to build stronger kids. So they don't understand that this is just the mind trying to screw your mind. They don't understand that.
Nope.
Nope,
they don't.
They're idiots.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna kick the beat. Here we go.
Cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way, I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what.
All right, shout out to New Diamond.
Susceptible
Shout out to Ellen Ripley.
before the moment flies.
Shout out to Black Tina.
So tell your good night.
Shout out to Feisty Latina on your set. Hear the solution of reflection. It's RV. Shout out to Kevin, the lifestyle guy.
It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Shout out to Natural Linda. Lady
Nothing
Wendy.
can stop me,
Shout out to Lady Wendy.
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way,
Shout out to Mistress Beauty.
I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
Shout out to Indiana Mom.
Edge of it all. So tell your good
Shout out to
night,
Brina West.
'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible before the moment flies.
Shout out to Why Is Seeking Knowledge.
So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible
Shout out to Karen Ridgway.
before the moment flies.
Shout out to Millie Pop. All right, everybody. Have a good